All right, well, it's a pleasure once again to have all of you watching here at the Jalsa here in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. My name is Adnan Verk. I am from the Connecticut Jamaat, and it's wonderful to be here once again, joined by Imam Hamid Malik, who used to be in charge of the Connecticut region and part of the regional center there, so it's great to have him here with us. But before we get to talking about Humanity First, I just want to talk a little bit about some of the speeches we had, and Imam Sahib will give his opinion as well, in Urdu as well, but there's a few excellent speeches we just had. One in particular is from Nasrullah Ahmed that was called Al-Basir, the Omniscient God who keeps watch over the believers and grants them special sight. Wonderful to think about how there's always, this was the first speech which I really enjoyed on the Saturday, was the Garden of the Righteous, exemplary followers of the Messiah in our age. That was from Dr. Sohail Hussein, who used to be part of the Connecticut Jamaat. And it was an excellent speech in which he spoke about the Garden of the Righteous and trying to follow the right model of the promised Messiah and how you should always make the right decisions and be conscious of those decisions. Also, credit to Basir Rodney, partners in love, friendship and affection, the Islamic model for a successful marriage. Excellent speech about how men and women should both be kind and respectful to others and be giving as well as they can. And also to Asan Mahmoud Khan, his speech about Imam Hussein, an inspiring narration of courage and sacrifice. And also to Mansour Qureshi, lessons from the life of Prophet Yusuf al-Islam, avoiding the topic of lust. So I thought these were excellent speeches, Imam Sahib, and I really thought they set the tone here very well today.
जज़ाकल्लाह नाज़रीन, आप हमें MTA के स्टूडियोज़ में एक बार फिर देख रहे हैं। अल्लाह ताला के फ़ज़ल से MTA के नशरियात में आपने तकारीर सुनी होंगी जो इंतहाई ईमान अफरोज़ और इल्मी लिहाज से बहुत म्यारी तकारीर आपने सुनी होंगी। उसमें गार्डन्स ऑफ द राइचस एक तकरीर थी, फिर पार्टनर्स ऑफ लव यानी पार्टनर्स ऑफ लव फ्रेंडशिप एंड अफेक्शन है, यानी अज़दवाजी ज़िंदगी एक आसन और आला म्यार जो इस्लाम कायम करना चाहता है अज़दवाजी ज़िंदगी, उसके बारे में थी। फिर हज़रत इमाम हसन की जो बेमिसाल कुर्बानी और अहमदियत के साथ उनको का उन्होंने साथ इसको जोड़ा कि अहमदियत और अहमदी और इस्लाम कुर्बानी की क्या मिसालें कायम करता है। और उसमें यहाँ पे अमेरिका में भी एक दोस्त एक अहमदी थे जिन्होंने अपनी जान की कुर्बानी दी, यानी सबसे आला कुर्बानी शहादत जाम शहादत नोश किया। तो ये कुछ तकारीर थी नाज़रीन जो आज के दिन आपने मुलाहिज़ा की होंगी। अब हम अगले सेगमेंट में चलते हैं। हमारे स्टूडियो में एक बहुत अजीज़ दोस्त हमारे साथ शामिल हैं। अदनान वर्क साहब, प्लीज़।
Okay, Jazakallah Imam Sahib. So we have a special guest here as we're going to talk about Humanity First. Jazakallah for being here. Just start by introducing yourself, which Jamaat you're from.
I am from Chicago East, Munum Naeem. I'm the executive director of Humanity First as well.
So Humanity First, I mean, for those who are unaware of just how broad this organization is and how much work they've done, can you just give us a little bit of background? How long has Humanity First been around and how much funds have been raised so far?
Right, so mashallah, I think Humanity First was established back in early 90s, but USA Humanity First was established in 2004. So literally 14 years by the grace of Allah that we have been established, and mashallah the footprint now of Humanity First is in 51 countries, that we are serving in 51 countries where we have registered Humanity First. This is all under the guidance of our beloved Hazur, that mashallah the Humanity First footprint and the number of people that we are serving is expanded.
जी, मुनम नईम साहब ने अभी बयान किया है कि ये ह्यूमैनिटी फ़र्स्ट USA के चेयरमैन हैं और अल्लाह के फजल से ह्यूमैनिटी फ़र्स्ट जो कि 90s में जिसकी शुरुआत हुई थी खिलाफत के तहत, उसी सिलसिले की एक कड़ी यहाँ पे USA में कायम हुई, जिसको 14 साल अब करीबन हो चुके हैं। और अल्लाह के फजल से मुख्तलिफ़ तरीक़ों से मुख्तलिफ़ कैपेसिटीज़ में खिदमत का मौका मिल रहा है।
So what's the latest initiative that Humanity First is focusing on? I know there's a hospital in Guatemala a lot of people have been giving generously towards. What's the latest there?
Right, I think, because Humanity First has a lot of key programs. The programs begin from Feed the Hungry, you have to feed an empty stomach,
right.
But then also you have to teach the skills, and so they can earn their own living as well. The critical project that is one of my favorite is Water for Life, and then providing safe, clean, drinkable water, then gift of sight, global health, disaster response is one of the, I think, major impact carrying program that we have, responding to every disaster. and we reach there as a first responder. And then education is again extremely important. So these are some of the hard projects, the hard programs. I can give you details, whichever may interest you.
मुनम नईम साहब ने अभी बताया है कि मुख्तलिफ प्रोजेक्ट्स हैं जिस पे ह्यूमैनिटी फ़र्स्ट काम कर रही है। उसमें वाटर फॉर लाइफ है, यानी पानी का अतिया लोगों को देना, आँखों का अतिया देना, और मुख्तलिफ प्रोजेक्ट्स हैं जिस पे ह्यूमैनिटी फ़र्स्ट काम कर रही है। तो अल्लाह के फजल से वंस अगैन मुख्तलिफ कैपेसिटीज़ में खिदमत का मौका मिल रहा है, जो कि मुनम साहब अल्लाह ताला के हुक्म के एक बहुत बुनियादी हुक्म की एक अमली एक नफाज है, और उसका कायम करना है, यानी हुकूकुल इबाद को अदा करना। तो इस ज़िम्मन में हम अब अपने एक फील्ड रिपोर्टर की तरफ चलते हैं, जहाँ पे आपको ह्यूमैनिटी फ़र्स्ट के स्टॉल का मुलाहिज़ा करवाएंगे।
See, we always talk about financial sacrifice. It's so important part of being an Ahmadi, but I'm really struck by the mental and emotional sacrifice so many people here give. There's people from our Jamaat, I'm sure from Chicago East Jamaat, who would literally take time off, they take time away from their families to go and help, whether it's in Guatemala or in these areas. Just speak a little bit about that type of sacrifice from our members, our community.
Right, I think the most important point, the impact of Humanity First is so significant. Don't go by our financial numbers that we raise. Our impact, as Hazur have stated also, is 10 times in the fold. I will give you an example for Hurricane Irma, in Florida. You know, we had volunteers going on their own expenses. We had people giving their own houses to, not spend the money in hotels. You start taking all of this and start adding on top of the money that you have raised. Our impact is so significant. That is the true spirit of sacrifice to deliver your responsibility to Hukukul Ibad, as Imam Sahib just mentioned. So that passion, and that gets recognized. Whether it's Red Cross, whether that is a recipient, they have many documentaries that we have saved. They come and tell us that we see the passion in the volunteers that you bring.
जी, मुनम नईम साहब ने अभी ज़िक्र किया है कि मुख्तलिफ़ ममालिक में खिदमत का जैसे मौका मिल रहा है, जैसे आपको अभी ज़िक्र किया, लेकिन उसमें एक है ग्वाटेमाला में, और फिर मुख्तलिफ़ जो चैरिटेबल ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस हैं मुख्तलिफ़ दुनिया में, वो इस चीज़ का इजहार करती हैं कि कैसे ह्यूमैनिटी फ़र्स्ट के जो वॉलंटियर्स हैं और ह्यूमैनिटी फ़र्स्ट की जो फ़ंड रेजिंग है, ये कैसे एक अजीब व गरीब तरीके से होती है, और कैसा लोगों में एक खुलूस से सरशार होते हैं, लबरेज़ हो रहे होते हैं उस खुलूस से, जिसका उनके आगे कोई और जवाब नहीं। लेकिन मेरा ख़्याल है कि मुनम साहब, वो खुलूस जो लोग ह्यूमैनिटी फ़र्स्ट के वॉलंटियर्स में देखते हैं, वो सिर्फ जमात अहमदिया में ही दिखाई दिया जा सकता है। उसकी वजह जो है आप बयान कर सकते हैं, अगर तो बयान
वजह obviously देखें, एक तो being Muslim, you know, we are guided, this is our principle. Then Hazrat Masih Maud al-Islam also, you know, put it in the condition of bath. You know, ninth condition of bath drives us. Then our current Khalifa, that is, he has the pain and you know, feeling for these people. He is the you know, passion behind all of us, urging all of us to why Jamaat Ahmadiyya members are, you know, from Humanity First perspective, you know, come forward and give their time so much. But you know, the good thing is rubbing on other people as well. Yeah. So today we gave an award to Matthew. There are many non-Ahmadis that are coming in and joining Humanity First, not only in USA and Canada and UK. You know, so they have joined hand as well, and that's the key thing. Hazur says to bring the noble souls to help one cause, helping the humanity in need.
Well, I think it's an amazing job you're doing. Jazakallah for all the efforts. Really appreciate it. We're going to go out to, we have lots of beautiful stalls here at the Jalsa Gah. So Reza Bhai right now is at the Humanity First stall, and he's there with a special guest. Reza Bhai?
I'm here at the Humanity First booth exhibition with my good friend Majid Khan. Recently, we began efforts in Guatemala to open the Nasser Hospital. Please tell us, how did these efforts start?
Thank you very much for having me. We started planning the hospital back in 2015 when Hazrat Khalifatul Masih gave us the final directive to start the project. And the planning went on from 2015 to maybe December of end of the year, and then we started doing the infrastructure, and later we actually, as you can see in the picture, we laid the foundation stone in June of 2016. So that is how we started.
So what makes this hospital, our hospital, different than every other hospital currently in Guatemala?
Well, firstly, that it is based on a sustainable model, which means that we will provide service to the underprivileged Guatemalans who cannot afford it. And we will also give service to those who can. So this model is very unique in Guatemala, and we hope to, and our location is such that we have the affluent neighborhood as well, and also the people who cannot afford it. So it's a great mix that will make the hospital more sustainable.
It sounds like that we are trying to bring affordable and quality healthcare to a certain part of the population that has never received it before. Can you describe to us, what is the facility like?
Well, like any other general hospital, we are starting with 6 specialties, with OBGYN, general surgery, pediatrics, internal medicine, ophthalmology, and the Department of Emergency. So we're starting with that. It's a 27-bed facility, and the location is such that nowhere around it's a quality healthcare service available to those people who cannot afford it. So because of its unique model and because of its significant location on the Inter-American Highway, we aim and we hope that it will be a great service to the people of Guatemala.
So I'm here at the display, and I want to take the time to walk around and show you the tremendous efforts that are currently undergoing. So while we're looking at our display, what is the current status of this project?
We are actually almost done with the construction part. All the 90% equipment is already being installed, and we are in the phase of hiring the staff. We aim to hire about 80 staff members, and we are done about 50%. And in the next couple of months, we'll start with outpatient first, and then after the formal inauguration in October, we hope to go over to start the inpatient services as well.
So when do we hope to formally open our doors?
Probably by October. That's the timeline we are working on.
And what can we, as the Ahmadiyya Jamaat and its members, do to help fulfill the obligations and goals set by the Nasser Hospital?
Firstly, the local, we have about 16 local physicians which are going to be hired. And I must point out that Ahmadiyya Medical Association USA is doing a tremendous job. We have already assigned, we have a list of 50 physicians who are going to go every year to the hospital. And they will be focusing primarily on providing those services which we cannot do from our local physicians. So I would request all the healthcare professionals who can come join hands with us, whether they could be physicians, could be techs, or the nursing staff who can help train the staff in the hospital as well as give their time for the patients.
It sounds like a very exciting project. I remember hearing about it years ago and thinking that we are providing services to a country that typically would not receive such for the general population. How would you say has been the reception by the people of Guatemala to our project?
I can safely say that no other hospital in Guatemala has generated so much public and political leadership interest than Nasser Hospital. We have been invited on media channels. So many newspapers came to the hospital to check on us. Even the acting president of Guatemala came on our invitation. He visited the hospital, and it has been, and everybody is actually expecting this hospital to be opened. And the first thing, and mostly they ask me, what does Nasser means? And when I tell them that Nasser in Arabic means helper, they get very excited about it. So this will go a long way in providing healthcare in a country where basically it is meant to be based on the National Health Service, and people don't get the service which they are supposed to get, and they have nothing else. They actually say that people come to the national hospitals in Guatemala to die.
There you have it. Our hospital is revolutionizing healthcare in Guatemala, opening it to new people and parts of the population that would never receive it before. I want to kick it back to the studio and take it from there, guys.
By excellent stuff there, a really informative interview, and really makes a lot of sense to see just how that hospital is now changing the landscape there in Guatemala. We continue here with our conversation. Go ahead, Imam Sahib.
जी जज़ाकल्लाह रज़ा साहब अब आपने नाज़रीन आपने सुना कि इस हस्पताल का जो नासिर हस्पताल है ग्वाटेमाला में ह्यूमैनिटी फ़र्स्ट के तहत इसकी तामीर हो रही है कि इसका क्या असर हो रहा है। इसी ज़िमन में हम मुनम नईम साहब से पूछेंगे। मुनम नईम साहब, जो ह्यूमैनिटी फ़र्स्ट के मुख्तलिफ़ प्रोजेक्ट्स हैं वो लोगों पर, लोकल लोगों पर उनका क्या असर है, क्या वो किस लिहाज से असरअंदाज हो रहे हैं?
जी, मैं बेशतर से कि आपका सवाल का जवाब दूँ। पहले जो अस्पताल है हमारा माली में भी माशाल्लाह इज़ फंक्शनिंग वेरी वेल। वी आर डूइंग अनदर वन इन तंजानिया एज वेल।
माशाल्लाह।
सो जहाँ तक का इसका ओवरऑल इम्पैक्ट है, सिर्फ अगर आप यूएसए को ले लें, जस्ट यूएसए अलोन, द इम्पैक्ट you have Humanity First, UK, Canada, Germany, these are major countries, and 50 countries are distributed between them. We have 12 countries that we are managing. In the 12 countries alone, we had last year impact was जो benefit था 209,000 people that were benefited in various programs, Water for Life, Global Health, and I can give you some details कि what do we do in these projects and how does it benefit, if you're okay? उर्दू में कि इंग्लिश में, whatever, does not matter. ठीक है, पहले तो है Water for Life, ठीक है। इसमें हम लोग पाकिस्तान में Humanity First के साथ we are digging the wells in Tharparkar area. That is a huge program. Then in Africa, in Mali, in Liberia, in Tanzania, in Guatemala, we are digging water wells as well. You know, one water well can provide benefit to hundreds of people. एक कुएं से आप छोटा सा हैंड पंप भी अगर लगाएं, उससे कम से कम 600, 700, 800 लोगों को बेनिफिट पहुंचता है. So that is for life, है ना. और वो $1,500 में आप करते हैं, लेकिन it just benefits so many people. इसी तरह जो आपका जो गिफ्ट ऑफ साइट है, कैटरेक्ट सर्जरीज, is just a small amount, $50 to $70. For $50 and $70, you give an eyesight back to a person. So we have done, 3,000 such surgeries between Guatemala and between Burkina Faso and other places as well. Similarly, we go Knowledge for Life. We have now, by the grace of Allah, with Hazur's guidance, are finishing our 9th school there. Wow. So we are building, and again, thousands of students are going there. In Haiti, in Guatemala, in Mali, we are building schools as well, education. And by the way, our Bilal Elementary School that we started, that stood, top second rank in the entire region there. So the education, level of education is so good there as well. Disaster response, the awards that we distributed, whatever hurricanes that were there is a huge impact for that as well. So volunteers are coming in, and other noble souls from different places, they are coming and joining us. So that is another big project for us. Food security. We have 12 food pantries running in the United States. And we're providing free food, as in America, the educational program, and also, feeding the hungry program that is working. And from clinic and hospital, medical trips that go out from here to USA with doctors and students. These are all beautiful programs that volunteers participate in.
We've got a couple minutes left, so just tell everybody how to get it. Importantly, how to be involved.
That is one of the most important thing. I think this is lifeline is the funding, and we do get it. So we are looking for recurring donors, that if you can give $10, $15, $100 a month on recurring basis, we can lay out a lot of good programs. Or you can donate towards a water well. A small amount to the whole hand pump is $1,500, or big well is in Pakistan is $4,500. But cataract surgery is $70. You can just give $170. So go on our website. You can do it there. There is a mailing address. You can do it credit card. You can go to a Jamaat, give it to your financial secretary that this is going to Humanity First. There's so many easy ways. I think the main important is you become ambassador of Humanity First and go outside the Jamaat. This is where the major benefit will come in, and inshallah I think we are expanding that.
बिल्कुल. अगर आप एक दफ़ा सिर्फ ये भी बयान कर दें, हमारे पास कुछ सेकंड रह गए हैं, लेकिन अगर आप ये बयान कर दें कि कोई एक जिस पे ह्यूमैनिटी फर्स्ट असरअंदाज हुई हो, उसका कोई एक वाक़या अगर आप सुना सकें।
I think there are so many stories to tell, especially जो gift of sight का, जब किसी की आप पट्टियाँ खोलते हैं, and when they're able to see, and for years and years they have not been able to see as clearly. That one benefit, but my personal experience is, from hand pump. These children who have to walk 2 hours to get, in the morning, the water, sometimes it's dirty water. When they see water coming out, you see a smile, you see, cheerfulness in their eyes. It's just, there is no replacement. Donation is one thing, but experiencing this thing is totally different. So that's why volunteerism is extremely important as well.
Once again, get involved at Humanity First, and please do involve not only financial sacrifice, but physical sacrifice as well. If you're able to travel, able to be a part of it, it's obviously very spiritually fulfilling. Jazakallah for the time.
Jazakallah.
Plenty more coming up here.